Now to save some time, I already went through and I did a couple of things on here for you. This is just to show you what your drawings should look like, and I should point out a couple of things that got me to this point. First off, whenever you do start up a new sheet, and at least on our computers, it comes in a C size paper instead of A size. To change this, you you right click on whatever sheet you're changing. You go to Edit Sheet, and you have a list of drop downs here from A through F. So we want A size paper, which is 8.5 by 11. That means it will print in any standard printer. Click OK, and then you'll also notice, if that's the only thing you've done, that your title block is way too large. So there's a little plus here. You can delete out your old title block, which is your ANSI A, and this is normally collapsed in your drawing resources folder. If you expand that, you can expand your title blocks and double click on ANSI A instead of the ANSI large, which is what typically comes with the C size paper. So those two things right away should help get your paper looking more like mine. Otherwise, to put in the base, or to put in whatever view you're looking at, you select base, you click the browse folder, and you search for whatever piece you're wanting to make. Actually, let's do an extra one right at the very end of all this. So let me skip all the way down to where my CalCatcher is. I'm going to add a new sheet to this. Click on base, and I don't have the assembly view yet, so I want the ISO top right view of my assembly. I right click, I say OK, and then if this is my isometric view, I can double click it and say to make it shaded. And we haven't shown how to make the presentation view yet, so I don't have the blown up expanded file ready to drop into here yet, but I can go ahead and click annotate, make a parts list, and then browse for, I don't want to browse, just make sure that has the miniature train assembly. It says bill of materials view is disabled. Do you wish to enable it? Yes. And I can just click anywhere in here to drop in my bill of materials, my parts list. I have this blank description column. To get rid of that, I just right click on any of the text. I say edit parts list. There's a little button up here for the column chooser. You select description, remove it, click OK, click apply. And then to move this, you just click and drag any of the text that's on it, and that'll move the whole thing. As far as how to make the presentation view, we'll get back to that towards the end of the video. I want to show you a couple other things on here. If you notice, this is all very organized. It has stack, hitch, magnet, hitch, wheel, axle, linkage peg, so on and so forth. It's really easy to rename these. You just click on it a couple of times and then type in whatever you want it to say. So in this case, I want that to be train body. Type in train body, click off of it, and now it saves it as that sheet. For adding new sheets, you click on place views, you click on new sheet. It's pretty simple. It keeps all of your drawings in one file as opposed to making 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different files. So try and get in the habit of just making one drawing file for all of your drawings for a single project. Something else I'm going to point out here, all of my dimensions are going out to 3 decimal places. I did that because I have things like 0.875 and 0.125, these little dimensions that wouldn't show up otherwise. All you have to do is you right click on a dimension, you go down to edit dimension style. New will only change it for one of your sheets. Edit changes it for all of your sheets, so you only have to do this once. Edit dimension style, and then under precision for units, change this to 3 points after the decimal, 3 digits after the decimal. And that's what the 3 stands for. If you want it to go out to 4 or 5 or 6, you just select the appropriate number. Whenever you're dimensioning holes, you have this handy button up here under Annotate called Hole and Thread, and that means that you don't have to type in the 1/4 20 UNC 2B. You just click on it and it puts all of that in for you. So now, as long as you made it right, and this is why drawings are so important, I can tell how you made the part just off your drawing files by what it says. So as long as you made it right, it should display it's a 1/4 inch in diameter, 20 threads per inch, unified national course, and everything else is right there. Couple other things. Anytime that you have a circle or something that looks like a circle, always put in your center marks. Those are located right here. For things like this, we had to round over all of the corners. If we go back and look at the original drawing for this, it said that round all edges 0.1. I'm going to add an extra note at the bottom. I'm going to say round all edges radius 0.1. And now that's just an extra note for the drawing, and I don't have to go and dimension all of that. If I have other things like this where I have 3 holes, I only want to dimension one of them, I can just double click on this, hit enter, so I'm typing underneath it, and type in TYP, which stands for typical. You'll see that on a couple of the other drawings that are coming up here as well. And that covers most of it. Now, if you need to, go ahead and pause your screen so you can see what it should look like. I believe I have all of the dimensions. I'm not perfect. You may catch some mistakes, but they should, for the most part, be there. For the stack, we have to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to go back to Place Views. We're going to make a section view of this. I click on the view I want to select. I hover over to find the midpoint, hover above, then draw a line that goes all the way through, right click and hit continue. And now I can look at the inside of the stack. So this is kind of cool. Now I can actually go and dimension the heights. This is 0.25. Here to here is my 1.5, 1.75. This got inside the title block, so I can just click and drag it somewhere else. But this section BB is noting that this arrow was B. I made a different section before I open up this page just to test things out, and that just makes things a lot easier. Let's see here. The only other thing I might be missing on this, I don't have this diameter in here, so I just click on projected. I click below it, right click, create. If I turn off my hidden lines, which I should have done anyway, it cleans up the drawing a little bit, and now I can click dimension and show. That doesn't seem right. It's a 1/2 inch. That's a 1/2 inch. This is 125. And we had, let's see if we can get it here. Let's call that a 75-degree angle. I just use the normal dimension. I click on the 2 lines. As long as they're at an angle, it'll show the angle. Again, anytime you have a circle, use your center marks. Now we have a top, front, bottom, left section side view. Make sure you're filling out your title block. Put your name in here. Put whatever it is over here. All the dimensions you need for your hitch magnet. Everything you need for your hitch peg. everything you need for your wheel. I did this the same way, just making a section view, only this time I cut down and over. So I made a quarter or half section instead of a full section, so I'm showing a quarter of the part removed here. The axle peg, you'll notice I have this note about a chamfer on the side. The way I got that is that there's a button here that says chamfer. It's under annotate. You click on the two lines that make it up. Whoa! Apparently you click on the short one first, wherever you want to put the arrowhead first. And this thread here, this is hole and thread. So because it's a thread, I just used the hole and thread button, clicked on it, it put in the rest of the information for me. Linkage arm. Make sure you guys put in the scale of all of these parts. This is a really small part. It comes across really big when you go to dimension it, just so you can see all the detail. This one's not quite done being dimensioned either. I'm going to make an auxiliary view. So we talked about foreshortened surfaces and how because this is at an angle, we can't see it as well. So we have to show it looking straight at this side. And now I can put in the note that from here to here and something got funny. Huh. It says 0.097. Maybe I typed in something wrong. But when you have something that's the same all the way around, get in the habit of typing in TYP after it. Again, that stands for typical. I don't remember if that's what it's supposed to be. I'd have to go back and look at the paper. I thought it was 0.1. But this is the kind of thing that your teacher is going to check for to make sure that you made the part correctly. Okay, last one here. We have the last page. Again, make sure you put in your name. I would call this bill of materials. Don't need a capital F. Scale on this, instead of typing in here, I find it a lot easier to just make sure it shows the scale on the two pictures you're putting in. And I'm actually going to I only have 2 minutes left on this. We're gonna have to come back to this on the next video. So we're gonna say done for now. Shows everything up until this point. The next video will show not only how to make the presentation view, but how to put into here and add balloons to it as well.